Woof. Right. Be right back. Make yourselves useful while I go and get changed. Can't do it in pajamas, can I? Put that on pause. Morning, everyone. Well, everyone. It's probably like 4 of you. It's super early, I know. So I apologise, but got a busy day. I'm going to Pembroke Country Park in about an hour's time. I'm riding down to film a promotional video. So I'm doing this now, getting it out of the way, and then I'm also doing the chain gang tonight. So it's going to be a pretty big day. It's going to be like 4 hours of riding, and let's see who's here. Nobody. Oh, there's 11 of you watching. Hey, good morning. Make yourselves known. Are you commuting? Are you on the bus? Where are you? Right. I'm going to do a fairly difficult session. Or at least I'm calling it difficult. We've got a form test. And I'm going to use erg mode. So this is it basically. Nothing crazy. And I'm gonna do, should I do New York or Utopia? Not ridden in New York for a while. Let's choose. That's a nice one. It's flat as well. Do 41. Okay. Anything flatter? 68. The 6 train. That's too short. We'll go with that one. Let's do it really. Alright. Whoa, it's cold out here. So I'm going to have the chat open on the side of the screen, so if you want to say anything, particularly during the warm-up, then I will try and respond. Bang on 8 o'clock. It's a long time since I've used erg mode, I have to say. See how my body responds to this today. I've absolutely no idea when I get my team bike, Harvey. No idea. Whoop. Would be good if I did my shoes up, wouldn't it? So where is everyone? Where are you all? Okay. Back to it. Morning, Ruben. Morning, morning. You should be watching this then. Nothing to see here. It's tasty workout this. Well, it's not really a workout. It's a form finder As you can see in the top of the screen, I've labelled it a 2x10 minute form test. So currently I am sitting in what I feel like relatively good shape, and I'm also kind of fresh as well. So I want to test. Now is a good time. And I've got a number of different kind of form tests or form finders. Some of them are quite as simple as heading out and doing like an hour loop. It's quite undulating and just smashing up the hills and recovering everywhere else. But this one is a little bit more structured, and there are others that are more structured as well. But oh, hang on. The coffee's going back up. But the idea with this is I'm looking to try to simulate what we're doing at Sacalobra. It's obviously not the same duration, but it's just a test, so it doesn't necessarily have to be. So it's a 10-minute warm-up. We're gradually increasing the power through the range. I think it's only up to mid-zone 3, so it's not like crazy. I know 390 is hard on Zwift, but that's the idea. I'm going to try and do it for the first one, and then the second one I might bring it down to 370. We'll see how it goes. So the average between the two would be 380. The power I need to do Sacalobra at least at 60 kilos is going to be something like 385, 380. So I need to be capable of doing it. So in order to do it, how would I do this if it goes? What do you mean? Well, this wouldn't be relevant, would it? It'd be relevant as in it would test how good I am at doing repetitive efforts or doing 20 minutes at 390, but it won't really help. A 6-7 hour mountain race, you've basically got to break the race down so you're capable of riding the mountains at, well, tempo basically, upper tempo. You could ride them at threshold, but it'd be quite taxing, especially with 6 or 7 hours. So yeah, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So that blocker is 25 minutes, which is goal time for Sacalobra. But that 5 minutes will make all the difference there in between. I've got erg mode on. I mean, it's early morning. I'm trying to take my mind off it, so erg mode is there. But I'm quite bad at erg mode. So we'll see how we do. I might not be feeling it at all. We'll soon see. 390 is a big ask. Even 370 is a big ask. We'll see what happens. Heart rate's good though. It's rising well. Even
well, put it this way, even if I do one 10-minute block of 390, that's better than what I was able to do this last year. And if I am able to do it, because I mean, it is well, first week of February almost, then it's still a long way off. So, to be honest, I don't really expect myself to finish this. I might well get kind of halfway through and blow, and that's perfectly acceptable as well, because it's a form test. It's not a training session. I mean, you get a training adaptation from it, but it's more of a test to see where I'm at. So you might not see me half the time. My head to be down here. Lots of people doing workouts on there, like. Actually, can be hard. With the Wahoo esports team, by the way, idea is that we should be basically streaming everything, because it gives everyone an insight into what we're doing, which I think is cool. It's like vlogging. It is. Okay. Am I still in the shot? Okay. I'm now. Yeah. Looks like it. Fans on 70%. Come on, love, we've only got 30 seconds. Okay. Thank you, Ruben. Come back in 10 minutes' time. Oh. Okay, where were we? To be fair, hey, nice to have you, Sean. Nice to have you. You must be getting ready for a session yourself. That time of day. When you jumped in there with like 2 minutes to go, I was like, oh, it's Mr. Vinton. Gotta give it some now. Or at least hang on, not give it some. Ah. Having a beer, nice. I'm just starting. Today's a bit, well, it's gonna be a full day, but this session was like 45 minutes, I think, and then I'm immediately jumping out on the road. I'm meeting up with a mate, but I'm going down to a local closed road racing circuit. I'm going to do some filming for a promotional video for somebody there, and then we'll go into the cafe, I think. Interestingly, like, that's the power I need to do for 25 minutes if I'm gonna beat the if I'm gonna top the leaderboard on the Sacalobra at the end of March. So almost exactly 2 months. Obviously I need to do it for 25 minutes, and that was 10. But if I've got a kilo or two to lose, then that helps, because it's almost roughly like the maths works it out. It's almost like a kilo equates to 10 watts. But my power could increase by 20 watts by then, so I won't have to lose any weight. But yeah. Thank you, Dennis. One more to go, but I might lower this one. I don't know. Should I lower it? Did I look okay? It was only like the last kind of 4 minutes where I was struggling. But I think I should just do it. I think I should just try 390 again. That's true. That's true. Very well said. Completely forgot about that, because obviously you get more efficient than you just in general. So I noticed that, you know, there was loads of weight for hill climbs last year. Not even like my high intensity stuff, but even like the low intensity stuff. You just feel like so much better. It's amazing what it does. Even if you think you don't have a kilo to lose, you know, some people have like 10 kilos to lose, and their efficiency just goes through the roof. No, I won't, Steve. It's tried and tested. Do you not see my British cycling? Oh no, we've only got a minute. What? Well, I'm glad somebody listened to the podcast. Thanks, Sean. Well, we're going to give it a go. The heart rate going up, like. Come on, heart rate, come down. Here we go. As far as we can go with this one. Ah, I got a stitch. Come on, last 2 minutes now. You gonna rack the bit or what? We'll finish it off there. Whoa, whoa. Those are the sessions that make it better. Jeez. Don't do them very often, though, kids. Don't do them often. Once every 2 weeks is enough. Like everything else, just work on your strengths, and then every so often push yourself. Alright, thank you very much for your kind words in the chat. That's really appreciated. Oh, my chest is hurting everywhere. Oh. Oh. Thank you, Bish Bash Bosh. Very easy cool down. No, I wasn't fasted. Not fasted. I had so I jumped on here at 8 AM. I got up at 7 AM. And at about 7:15 I had a banana, a cereal bar, and a coffee. So yeah, that's what I had. So not fasted. Certainly not like uber fueled, but I go well off coffee, so chances are I probably could have done that just with a coffee. Because I used to do hill climbs just off coffee. So it's interesting what you can train your body to do if it's just a short effort. I know those aren't short, but and to go back to your point, Sean, I don't know if you're still here listening, but you asked, I'm using a Kicker 18, and what happened there, obviously you can see when my powers dropped, like I blew with about, what was it, 3 minutes to go, 4 minutes to go, and then I basically didn't do anything for like 30-40 seconds, and then I started pedaling again, and I've only ever used the Kicker 18, so I can't speak for others, but when you press on and you get close to that target number you're supposed to be doing, if you hold it steady, they'll re-engage erg mode. I'm like in the little ring, and I was all the way down the bottom of the cassette. I was like, come on, like grab, erg mode, grab the gear. Eventually it did, but I was doing like 120 RPM. So I didn't really know if erg mode was on or not. And then when I backed off to like 190, then it was doing it. It's interesting, I don't know if some of you were watching my cadence. Obviously there's not a lot to watch when I'm doing a workout, but I'll just explain a little bit of what I'm looking at. So the power is irrelevant, especially when I'm doing erg mode. I just pedal basically. But then when, particularly when I started that first effort, my heart rate was took a very long time to rise. And then the last effort just went up really quickly, and like that's why it was a lot harder for me, because I find it very difficult to ride two efforts like that back to back. I find it much easier just to hold one solid effort, because when I rest and I go back up, my heart rate rises way too quickly. So I'm going from very comfortable to very uncomfortable, and I don't respond well to it. And I'm also looking at my cadence. So like 180 beats a minute was my maximum roughly today, and I knew that if I went near it, I have to really concentrate on the breathing. So anywhere over 175, and I was like, okay, I got to think now. Like I'm breathing, taking deep breaths. Everything's in a rhythm, and then my cadence was dropping throughout the effort. I think that's to be expected, especially with erg mode on. As you get, but it's interesting to see how you're getting tired and how your body responds to it. You see a lot of pro tour riders who go up long climbs, and they'll do like 30 minutes at like, say, tempo or 300 watts, and they'll deliberately kind of ride at like 50 RPM, and then they'll for like 5 minutes, and then for 2 minutes they'll go to like 110 RPM, but they'll keep the power the same. And it's an interesting concept. When you follow Mike Woods, Rusty Woods on Strava, you'll see all of that data on there. It's really interesting how, like today now, my body will respond differently, because when I started the F, I was like 100 RPM. By the end of it, I was down to like 88, 85, and that's me then really struggling. My optimum, whenever I ride like a time trial, for example, or a hill climb, is like anywhere between 90 and 100. More closer to 90 usually. Yeah, I agree with you there, Sean. I really agree with you. I've taken like beta alanine. You might have heard of that. I've taken. That's what I've taken. Yeah, things like omegas, multivitamins. They're all like, do you take them? Do you not take them? It's one of those things, isn't it? But personally, like you say, coffee is, and it's something like I think most people enjoy as well. So it's one you're quite happy to take. That's good diet, Steve. Like the Cycling Schmo. I love that name. I don't know if it was 115%. Was it? The thing is, I haven't done a 20-minute power test in a while, so I don't know. Is the answer? I think. I mean, it's impossible to do. Well, no, it's not impossible to do 2 by 10 minutes, 115%. But it depends how fit you are, I suppose. But I don't know what the session was. I'm guessing like if I was able to do 2 10 minutes of 390 there, and I kind of slightly buckled as well at one point, then it's highly likely, can have an educated guess, that my 20-minute power at the minute is around about 375. At least 370. It's not going to be a 20-watt drop off. I'd say at least 370 my 20-minute power at the minute. Yeah, it's good. Pro Plus is pretty. That's an interesting combination with a smoothie. I like that. That's a good idea. All right, do you know what? I'm gonna bin it there, but I'm gonna take a look at this screen. The power distribution. That's amazing. I'm just gonna have a look now at the. Just give me a second. That fan gets way too cold. So 20-minute power on this ride is 334. Normalized, obviously higher than that. It's a good chunk there, isn't it? Oh, The Prodigy. Voodoo People. What a solid song. Heart rate well up there in zone 4. That is excellent. And now we can see. Let's get cadence up actually. 100 RPM, 90, 90, 90, 95. Creeps into the 80s, but it's still pretty good there. It's always higher than 90. This one you can see there's more number 8s appearing. And yeah, look at that good peak there, 499. Yeah, peak heart rate 179, 180. It's the same here, 180. But see, I hit 180 there. Managed to take a quick break. And that heart rate drops fast. And then there, so
Solid. That's my best ever 10-minute power on Zwift, isn't it? Not that I was trying to do that, but absolutely solid. Well, I'm happy with that, we've got to say. Well, I'm in the conservatory with the window open here. It's about, dare I say, 5 degrees Celsius outside. The fan is stone cold, obviously blowing stone cold, stagnant air in to my face. It's down here, and it's the Wahoo headwind, just the one. The second block I blew. I blew basically. I blew, but then the thing is, when you're so close to the end of the effort, you've got to ask yourself, did I blow like prematurely? Rephrase that maybe. Did I blow early? And the answer was yes, because I was able to recover for 30 seconds and go again. At the end of the day, that's not a bad effort. If you can recover and still carry on the effort, then by all means try it. It's not the end of the world. Like if you can't maintain it, sometimes you do need just a 30-second pause just to recover and just make sure you can complete the full block. There's nothing wrong with that. It's erg mod. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Widjop. It's a kicker 18, so yeah. So yeah, I had erg mode on. I'm not very good at erg mode usually, but yeah. Morning sessions, yeah. Well, I love morning sessions. I've always been a morning session person, so sometimes I'm not always good at them though. Oh, right, okay. I've got to get off now. I've got to get changed and get into winter cycling kit to get out. The only benefit, of course, now is that my core is actually very warm, so I won't have to wear a lot outside to maintain body temperature. Just don't want to sweat and get cold. So thank you very much for watching, and Sean, I really appreciate you tuning in as well. I hope all is well on the other side of the world, and everyone have a nice day or nice evening wherever you are. Steve, yes, I've ridden it once before, and that's enough. No, I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you much for watching the workout, and yeah, come back for more soon. I'll see you soon.